Section 3 of the Petition for Injunction for Protection Against Sexual Violence begins on page 2 of the form and continues on to page 3 of the form. Section 3 is the case history and reason for seeking the petition. Subsection 1 of Section 3 is the section in which you describe the acts of sexual violence which have occurred by the respondent. Provide as much detail as possible about the acts of sexual violence in the section provided, and or check the box at the bottom of subsection 1 to indicate that you are attaching additional pages and continuing the facts with as much detail as possible. In subsection 1, there is also a section with 2 boxes which can be chosen in order to indicate that you complied with the requirements in filing the petition. Either A, that the petitioner reported the sexual violence to law enforcement and is cooperating in any criminal proceeding that may be taking place, and providing the incident report number when the sexual violence was reported. And if there is a pending criminal case, the case number, if known, must be provided in this section as well. The other part is Part B of subsection 1, wherein the respondent was sent to prison for committing sexual violence against the petitioner or the petitioner's minor child living at home, and the respondent is out of prison or is going to be out of prison within 90 days of the filing of this petition. At this point, the notice of inmate release must be attached if this subsection applies. Subsection 2 of Section 3 asks whether you, the petitioner, have ever received or tried to get an injunction for protection against sexual violence, domestic violence, dating violence, or repeat violence against the respondent in this or any other court. If so, you must provide the case number if known and any details of what took place in that other case. Subsection 3 of Section 3 asks whether the respondent has ever received or attempted to obtain an injunction for protection against domestic violence, dating violence, repeat violence, or sexual violence against the petitioner in this or any other court. And if so, you must provide the details of that case as well, including the case number. Subsection 4 of Section 3 requires you to describe any other court case that is either going on now or that happened in the past between the petitioner and respondent, and include all of the details, including the case number. Any other court cases could include family court cases such as divorce or paternity case between the petitioner and respondent, or any civil actions that may have taken place between the petitioner and respondent, which were not injunction for protection cases. Finally, in the additional information subsection, you can state whether the respondent owns, has, or is known to have guns or other weapons, and describe those weapons in the space provided. You also have the opportunity to designate whether this or prior acts of violence have been previously reported to another person or agency that is not involved in the case at the moment.